Hello, and welcome to our first episode of AUC Observer. I am your host Fatma Abu Omar. In today's episode, there will be stories about several events that are taking place on campus after returning back face to face. Stay tuned. Our first story is about the collaboration between the Egyptian Red Crescent and AUC to facilitate booster doses. AUCTV will tell us more in the upcoming report.
The American University in Cairo and the Egyptian Red Crescent collaborated to facilitate 100 booster doses shots per day for all AUC members on campus.
So actually the first university was AUC that actually gave us the chance to start giving booster shots for staff and students. We're staying here for 20 days. That could be extended if we need more, time.
Today I am so happy that the American University in Cairo can provide us with the booster shot. I think, and according to scientists, it reduces the heavy spread of Omicron here in Egypt and around the world.
At the beginning, the booster shots was available for AUC members who took the vaccine at the university, but now they are available for members of the AUC community who were vaccinated at any Ministry of Health vaccination site of camps. All what they have to do is to contact the clinic and schedule a date for the dose.
Asking about if it is going to be mandatory for the AUC community to access the campus. So far, it is not, but the administration is looking forward. If there is any change in the circumstances, the numbers or the infection rates, the death rates around campus or the hospitalized rates that's published in our AUC dashboard, I think the administration will discuss this later to find out if it's going to be mandatory for any AUC to access the campus or not.
According to the CDC, booster shots have been shown to provide improved protection against COVID-19 infection. In particular, booster shots are effective in keeping our campus community safe and the operation of fully face-to-face. AUCTV, AUCTV, Cairo.
The second story is about AUC Pay. It is a service that all the university community can use to enhance cashless idea on campus. In our next report, we will know more with Mustafa Shahata.
Have you ever seen this sign before? This is the sign of the American University coin, or AUC Pay, which enables you to deal financially within the American university markets and services by your ID.
I don't use AUC coin because I use cash as an alternative.
AUC Pay is an easy and accessible method once it has been used for 4 years. However, why don't many students deal with it?
Currently, it's integrated with multiple services at AUC, so you can pay your parking fees, parking ticket with AUC Pay by swiping your ID. This is the first payment option. Of course, in case you have a balance, because it's a prepaid, it's a prepayment method. So you'll have to you have to top up your account first before using such wallet.
Is there a problem for AUC to create ads for AUC Pay? Even the university website says that hundreds of students are using it.
We've been trying to work on this. However, we know for a fact that it's met with a couple of resistance because at the end of the day, all users are just used to use their cash to pay any service. It's something that we're trying to challenge all the time. And this comes with a lot of operational challenges, which we're trying to address. And I would say with the collaboration with the finance area and management and operation area, we'll be able to tackle this in a very short period of time.
Maybe if the different departments and outlets at AUC ask students about the AUC Pay, that can encourage them to use it.
We have them at every outlet. They are not in use because of some problems that Donia mentioned earlier. adoption problems, financial cycle problems with the vendors, issues like that. Vendors are used to getting like their money on the spot, so switching from that to a regular, maybe weekly or bi-weekly basis is taking some time and some adoption issues. Hopefully we'll get there. But yeah, in the meantime, I assure you that the AUC Pay is available at every outlet.
طلبه مش معروف عندها AUC كوين، مش معمول له دعايه قوي في الجامعه، مش اي حد عارفها، اكتر الناس اللي بتبقى عارفاها كمان الطلبه القديمه اللي موجوده في الجامعه والموظفين اللي هم موجودين في اداره الجامعه.
There are many benefits to using AUC Pay. Not only reducing the use of cash, especially during the time of Corona.
AUC كوينز استعملتها مرتين 3 قبل كده عشان اطبع ورق في اللايف.
AUC Pay team hopes to make the American University a no cash environment. And we hope so. مصطفى شحاتة, AUCTV, Cairo.
Our third story is about Egypt's exhibition that took place last week to enhance clean energy. Our reporter, Magid Munir, was there to cover.
This week, the International Exhibition Center in New Cairo hosts the 5th edition of Egypt's Petroleum Show 2022. The show serves as an international investment platform in the oil industry for many countries worldwide. The fully digital registration process grants you access to more than 400 exhibitors in energy-related industries. The national companies, of course, had a fair share in the expo, but the international ones were the most dominant, specifically the ones from the European market. The expo offers numerous business investment opportunities, from designing maquettes of gigantic oil extraction stations to the pipelines that transfer oil overseas. In addition, the human element equipment needed in oil engineering were also offered at the expo. Moreover, the technology-reliant show poured significant attention to the youth. They were given a chance to offer ideas and deliver presentations.
Encapsulate the pattern and minimize the dilution rates. Okay? Battery speed is the primary lubricant.
التوجيهات بتاعتنا بتطلع هو حوالي 17 ميجا وده اكتر من 12 ميجا.
Not only this, but also the youth presented a magical show to help people better understand sustainability.
So now it is yours, I promise. It's yours to keep. I'm hoping. Now stop there and don't move.
As a final note, the expo represents a gold mine for oil investors while adopting the global direction of protecting the world from CO2 emissions in order to provide a greener and more sustainable future for the coming generations. Magid Munir, AUCTV, Cairo.
The fourth story is about an exhibition for AUC graphic designers. Our reporter, Munir Al-Samra, will tell us more in the upcoming report.
This Thursday, February the 17th, AUC Tahrir hosted the Graphic Design class's graduation exhibit. Students had the chance to showcase the skills they learned in their program, such as poster and pamphlet making, photography, Photoshop, and Illustrator. For some students, such as Ragad Reyes, who was in the graduating class of 2020, this show has been a long time coming due to COVID-related delays.
Post graduation, I was very excited and very exhausted as well, and I was very I was on a high to present the photo book, but then after the really long wait, it became very debatable if I wanted to like be part of this exhibition, because I feel like I was over it. But then coming here today and seeing like feedback from everyone, it's different. It's very nice. I'm glad that I took part in it.
There seemed to be something for everyone at this show as they covered a large range of topics such as culture, mental health, and even some more taboo topics. Students and patrons of the arts alike could remember the show by taking home mementos such as business cards that the graphic design students had made. Graduating senior Donia Magis's project was on the effects of the pornography industry.
The 5 main posters behind me are the ones that I chose to exhibit today. One of them is on the size of the industry itself. There's also one on child sex trafficking. Child sex trafficking is connected to porn because the more that people Google or watch child pornography, they end up demanding more children, basically. So the more the demand, the more the supply.
The show is open until March 7th. All are welcome to attend. This was Munir Al-Samra for AUCTV.
Our fifth story is about the challenges that face residents in AUC dorms. Our reporter Fatma Abu Omar will tell us more in the upcoming report. Students' dorms at AUC in New Cairo provide a variety of housing options and accommodation styles on campus, and considered to be a dynamic and student-centered experience. AUC dorm is conveniently located on campus, where halls are a 5 to 7 minute walk to classes, and also located next to the sports complex. The Office of Residential Life provides a fully furnished bedroom or apartment, 24/7 service point and a receptionist, 24/7 computer labs and study spaces, in addition to 24/7 emergency medical services. The majority of students are satisfied with this experience. However, they face some challenges.
أنا اسمي أندرو وسيم، أنا فريشمان، ده تاني سمستر ليا في الجامعة. فاسيلتيز مثلا زي السعودي مثلا عشان أنا لو عايز أكل أو حاجة بجيبها منه، وفي برضو في عندنا في الدورمز مثلا ستادي رومز بتخلينا عشان لو حد عايز يستدي حاجات أو كده بيبقى موجود ستادي رومز كويسة. في حاجة مثلا الأكل أنا مش بعرف أطبخ قوي أو كده، أنا شايف الجامعة مثلا لو في ريدي ميلز للدورم ريزيدنتس مثلا إن هم للدورم ريزيدنتس عشان هم مثلا مش بيعرفوا يعملوا أكل أو كده، بدل ما هم على طول مثلا يجيبوا دليفري أو كده، لا لو في ريدي ميلز ليهم تبقى حاجة كويسة ليهم.
My name is Munira Al-Samra. My major is TV and digital journalism. I've been staying in the dorms the past 2 semesters. And honestly, so far, I really enjoy it. It's really nice to be living on campus, and I only have to walk and I don't have to drive to school. It makes commuting way easier. Something I wish that could be improved would be the bathroom situation. Pretty much for every single person, you have to share a bathroom, even if you're living in a suite as opposed to a double room, which is where you're living with someone else. You still have a bathroom that you have to share with one other person.
This was Fatma Omar, AUCTV, Cairo. The sixth story is about the reopening of the SU market. No more in the following report by Myrna Abu Saud.
Since the American University in Cairo started to fully operate to face-to-face learning, many events started to take place. One of these events is the opening of the SU market after finishing its maintenance to make it ready to welcome the students after the long closure due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
As part of the maintenance is that we had a lot of 6 fridges that were added to the SU market. In addition to this, we had a new system that the student union has subscribed in it, which was called Poster. This system helps us in counting the numbers of products sold and the numbers of products that we bought and the prices, the selling price and the price that we bring with in order for us to calculate the profit and the loss if there's any. In addition to this, we had new cashier boxes and new scanners that helps us increase and enhance our system, which makes it more efficient for our team in order for us to have a well-managed SU outlet that could really help the student union and the students in general.
The maintenance also included a new layout of the market, like new shelves and new wall color to expand the space area. Everything that is inside the market is well organized in a way that all students can find whatever they want easily, and the prices for all the items are way cheaper than any other market in the AUC.
The SU market has 2 main goals. The first main goal is that we want to increase the calibers and the development for all our team in order for us to manage how to manage an outlet for the student union in the AUC community. The second goal is that we want to offer services for the student body, and the services that we provide is through providing a variety of products which is subsidized. For example, we subsidize the water for 1 Egyptian pound, we subsidize Red Bull for 20 Egyptian pounds. What we do is that we really subsidize every single thing in this AUC community in order for us to offer services for the student body.
What makes the SU market a special place for the students is the fact that it has different products that cannot be found in other markets that are on campus, as the products range from snacks, energy drinks, chips, water, fizzy drinks, as well as healthy snacks. As part of the opening, the SU market has collaborated with brands like Power Horse to offer the students new energy drinks to motivate them to come to the event and spend some happy time there. However, giving away some free energy drinks for the students was not the only thing that Power Horse offered for the opening.
عشان الرينوفيشنز بتاعت SU جينا أول يوم بعد الأونلاين وجبنا umbrellas وهاي تيبلز وفي ثلاجة على شكل بيرل شكل كان باور هورس كبيرة حطيناها في الأس يو ماركت فعملنا كده شوية ديكوريشنز لذيذة للجامعة.
Indeed, all the AUC students who attended the opening of the SU market enjoyed the event, and as a consequence, the members of the SU celebrated their success. Myrna Abu Saud, AUCTV.
Our last story is about the Moon Dust exhibition that took place in the photographic gallery in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication. Follow our report about the exhibition by Huda Nahlawi.
After returning back to AUC campus, Moon Dust exhibition was opened from 16 February to 17 March in the Photographic Gallery in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication. This exhibition is under the theme of environmental photography. It's a photo essay by Egyptian documentary photographer Muhammad Mahdi. The exhibition photo shows the Egyptian community struggle against devastating air pollution.
I am Mark Usama. I'm a finance senior at AUC. I think this exhibition is really powerful. It's really insightful into the idea, and I've personally gotten involved in the story, which makes it way more powerful than any article written in a newspaper.
The story focuses on Wadi Al-Qamar, a residential neighborhood in western Alexandria which is located less than a mile away from the Alexandria Portland Cement Company.
I'm Maria, a business marketing sophomore. It's my first time to see an environmental photography. I believe it's very powerful in delivering the message. I will never think of the struggle without seeing this picture. I didn't believe in the power of pictures before, so I liked it.
The toxic dust exists in the homes of nearly half of its residents, which led to chronic respiratory diseases and other health issues for the community. The visual storytelling explains the situation of the residents and how they are struggling. The photos are in black and white, and it shows different locations, streets, alleys, playgrounds. Wadi al-Qamar was built 20 years ago before the factory opened. The aim of the exhibition is a way to raise media's attention to the issue and pressure the factory to install filters to improve the situation of residents. Hoda Nahlawi, AUC TV, Cairo.
Hello and welcome back to AUC Observer. Today, our guest speaker is Dr. Lubna Khairi, a professor at the American University in Cairo and a member of the Media Committee at the National Council of Women. We are going to discuss children's cyberbullying that happens when kids get exposed to technology and the negative effects of cyberbullying on children. Hello, Dr. Lubna.
Hi.
We are happy to have you today.
Thank you.
Can we start first by the definition of cyberbullying? Can you tell us what is the definition of cyberbullying?
Cyberbullying, it's a crime that is very similar to what happens on ground, where kids are being exposed to being mocked, being pulled out of a certain group, being harassed, sometimes even hacked or manipulated to give out details. The only exception between cyberbullying and bullying is that it's only the technological means that it takes for bullying to happen. For example, people think that it only happens across social media, but actually it happens as well while they are using different online video gaming. They also get this type of harassment and this type of mockery.
Okay. What could be the negative effects of cyberbullying on children?
They're actually very harmful because I believe that it's not only limited to, for example, feeling left out or depressed or that they lose self-esteem, but I think the projection of what they get exposed to through cyberbullying lasts for a very long time. And I also believe that it's not only limited to children. If you think about what happens to them, you're going to find that it's going to happen as well to their families. And then as they move on while they're growing up, this is going to extend to how they're going to act as adults within a society. So this is something we call the spiral of cyberbullying, that it's not only limited to the kids who are exposed to, and in some severe cases, they might decide to completely withdraw from society and sometimes even end their own lives.
Okay. In your opinion, who's responsible to stop cyberbullying? Whether the family, the kids, the parents, social media? Who's responsible to stop cyberbullying or take an action?
I think it's, like we said, that there is a spiral of cyberbullying. So I think the means to stop it is more of a collaborative work. It starts first, or I believe this is the most important, having an open communication channel within the home and having a wise teacher or a wise, for example, coach or trainer to notice that there is something wrong with the child. He's not or she's not behaving how they used to be. And of course, there is a heavy responsibility on the media and policymakers in terms of raising awareness, making the restrictions even more strict. And what's most important is what I really need to come out is that cyberbullying is a crime. It's not an offense, it's not bad behavior, it's not something that has to do with being ill-mannered, it's a crime that there is now a legal punishment to.
Okay, we wanted to know more about the legal punishment for cyberbullying.
We have in our Egyptian law the law for year 2018 that criminalizes cyber crimes in general. One of them is cyberbullying. And I think recently we have seen across the media different cases. They are tragic cases, if I may add, for children who decided to end their own lives because they were blackmailed and distorted through media, through using different footage and videos that are being completely played out as if they have committed something wrong. And accordingly, we have been witnessing now, maybe it's one of the most prominent cases where the people who are involved in committing such crime, they are on trial, and the sentencing, I think it's going to be, according to the law, beyond penalties, beyond payments. Yani they're going to be incarcerated.
Okay. In your opinion, which social media platforms encourage more for cyberbullying? It could be TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
It depends on the platform the kids use the most. And you can say, for example, if we're talking about Egypt, then you're going to have to know that there is Facebook. And this is actually even according to international numbers. Yani Facebook is still the #1 platform where kids are getting cyberbullied across. And then #2 internationally is Instagram. Although in Egypt we are facing more cyberbullying through TikTok, because this is the #2, the second platform that children use the most, rather than Instagram.
Okay. We know that you have a campaign against cyberbullying. Can you tell us more about your campaign?
This campaign is called Ban the Bully, and it started this month, the 1st of Feb. Actually, we have been talking about how to try to end cyberbullying, and this is also the slogan, that together against cyberbullying, to answer your first question, that it's a collaborative work. Us alone won't do anything if the parents won't recognize it. If the kids don't understand that what they're going through is bullying, then nothing is going to happen. And we were surprised to find that kids do not understand that what they are being exposed to is termed cyberbullying. And parents still believe that once the kid comes to complain, once their child starts saying that, for example, he's been removed from a WhatsApp group, that group of kids, they have taken pictures of him and now they are being posted around Facebook as memes, for example, they saying this is bad behavior. So we realized that as a first step, people need to become more aware of what is cyberbullying and the different means to report this crime. And one of the most important thing, I believe, is that people should stop acting as bystanders, should stop acting passively. And whenever they see something like this happen to a friend of them, a child, for someone they know, they need to report it immediately.
Okay. In your opinion, what are your recommendations to stop cyberbullying? If you want to advise parents, how can they deal with cyberbullying?
We've hosted recently a webinar with a psychiatrist, and she said something that was very important. She said that it's very important for parents to provide their kids of what we call a safe space, where they are going to be encouraged and they won't be mocked, and they will be believed by their parents when they tell them that there's something wrong, that they're not happy. And at the same time, there are signs that we should become aware of. For example, when they decide that they will not use their mobile phones, their iPads or PlayStation, whatever they are usually using all the time or spending most of their time on. And accordingly, parents should, once the child starts to I don't want to say confess, but talk about what they're going through, parents have to be very supportive, and they should not blame the kids for it, because as she said, this was also very important, that the #1 reason why kids do not really share what they're going through is that they believe that there's something wrong with them and they will always be blamed for whatever they're being exposed to.
So how can we encourage the children to talk and discuss if they passed through some bad experience?
I think it's through communication. I think when there was this saying, I really like that they say the brave thing is to ask for help. Yeah, which contradicts what we have all been raised to believe in, that we are strong and independent and we can face everything together. But in this situation, it's brave to ask for help. It's brave to report that there's something wrong, that I'm not comfortable with something that is happening around school, online. There are some weird people, for example, asking for information. Whatever there is, if there is this open space and we keep on reinforcing the same message that it's okay if you make a mistake, it's okay that you are being subjected to something, not all people are the same, this doesn't make you someone who people can easily chew on, like we say. You need to talk so that we can always support.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lobna, for joining us today, and thanks for our audience for following up on our first episode of AUC Observer. Stay tuned for our next episode and have a great week.